The top two or three complaints that I had before my health transformation journey is constant intestinal digestive tract pain, bloating, just feeling bad. Even thinking of eating certain foods. I knew I was hungry. I had to eat, but I already knew it was going to be a problem, and just couldn't bring my weight down no matter what I did. Change the foods, change exercise routines. That would be another chief one, I would say. I've learned so much. I've changed so much of my outlook on just food in general, and I look at food and I know right away like this is not healthy for me. I've walked from social gatherings or events within the family that are big events. One that I can remember specifically, I mentioned it before during our sessions here. I told my wife, I gotta go. None of this is healthy for me. The all the available foods, the desserts, the drinks. It was just not good for me, even though it was a good family gathering. I realized even simple events like that can also damage our bodies. So it's a change of outlook, a change on everything. Like even when we're out in restaurants and not snacking in between was a big one. I was always snacking. I realized how much I snacked in between. So now I'm like, I have to say no. And people are supportive around me. There's so much support if you ask for it. My nephews, godchildren, people at work. Like, oh no, no, and they're so conscientious when they offer. They say we're gonna have food tomorrow. We'll try to bring something for you too. I think just feeling better overall, moving better, and a better outlook on life. It's diminished. I battled depression over a long time, and I think it was the self-image also of knowing that I've let my body go. To be honest, that's part of what added to that probably depressive disorder that I've had. And
How much weight have you lost in 2 months?
I would say a good 23 to 25 pounds
How long?
in 2 months.
Well, I think it was my pains, just even getting up out of bed. It was a lot of pain, and I think it was, my weight and on my knees, and thinking, of course, you try to put an excuse. Okay, I'm just getting old, but you're thinking, okay, well, that's just an excuse. But I think those pains, and of course, your self image, that was like, how your clothes are not fitting, now you're buying pants with elastics, and I think overall, like, I think in my life, when I was, on the professional side, everything was fine. But the only thing that was lacking was the weight on me. Like, why can I take control of that if I can do all this,
What's your top weight?
255,
What is it today?
204.0.
Point zero.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the nutrition part of it. And I think overall it's just the accountability that the program has. I think that that's a big component that, it's easy to just, well, I just will eat this. I don't have to, nobody's going to say anything. Exactly. So I think that that's a big component in the program that has helped me maintain and be successful on that. And the food, just knowing now, knowing the portions, the 4 ounces. It's not even like, okay, I'm so rigid now, like I do weigh it instead of saying, okay, sometimes if it's like your hand, no, I need to make sure that it's four and nothing less, or and just I think your body adapts. Like, of course, tortillas was always something that we needed to have, and in my mind was like, there's no way I can eat without tortillas, But now it's like I don't even think about them. That's that was my drug, in a sense. But I think just supplementing it with the vegetables and how with the meats, it's I look forward to my meals. I love water. Sometimes if I don't have my water bottle, like I feel like I'm missing something. The only thing, the side effect is I need to have a bathroom. Everywhere. Like I'm like, does this store have a bathroom? Because if not, I'm not taking my water bottle because then I have to run somewhere. But yeah, just the intake of water I do now. The more I drink it, the more I crave it. My energy level, my mood, itself. You know, I see life in a
Remember,
Yes, she's still true to herself.
no, and I think overall it's just that, you know, my husband and I are doing it together makes a big difference, you know, that, you know, whatever I cook, we both can eat instead of, you know, me cooking my own and then them wanting something else, you know.
I want to add something else too.
good.
One of the things when you were screening us that you said that stuck with me, and I realized how poor my self-image was with just all my health conditions that I've had for years and years, and going to tons of doctor visits and different specialists, and dealing with the VA system, and just not getting enough answers. You said something to the effect of, "You sound like you're checking out," and I realized then how powerful your statement was to me, because I probably had checked out when I had a very dismal view of my outlook for my health and this journey that we're going on. And I thank you for putting us through this and pointing us in this direction. And I think my wife and my whole family, it's changed that checking out image I had, to give myself a fighting chance, if you will.